What is it that made the classic animated Disney films into classics? Was it the beautiful scores, the heartfelt animation that clearly was a painstaking labor of love from the animators, or was it the endearing stories featuring relatable and likable characters? Well, whatever it may be, Disney seems to have lost the recipe because rather than creating new classics, they seem to be stuck digging up the graves of their former success stories to try and recreate the past success through live action reimaginings. Despite the substantial name recognition for these projects, the most recent examples of the live action remakes have been disasters, both financially and with PR. What exactly is Disney doing wrong? I mean, after all, it can't be that hard to literally copy a wildly successful movie and experience similar success releasing the same movie with modern special effects. Well, you see, that's exactly what went wrong. Disney, in its infinite wisdom, decided that when it remakes a classic animated film in live action, it's going to take the elements that made them a success in the first place and just throw them in the garbage, replacing them with a modern reinterpretation of what it should have been in the past. Why do they do this? Well, many of the elements that get reimagined within the filmmaking process intersect with the writer's or director's personal beliefs. Okay, so the writers and directors of the present have issues with something the writers and directors of the classic films did in the past. Sure, it's their right to hold these grievances. However, what is not their right is changing the story to fit their personal perception of what it should have been in the past. Clearly, the writers fundamentally misunderstood what made the originals so great and what made their remakes bomb. You see, people don't want modern reimaginings of story points, nor do they want controversial castings. If you remake a classic thing that an audience loves, they will hold expectations on your remake equal to or higher than the original. So when you start messing with the recipe for success, you will make something that maybe resembles the original product, but tastes like crap. And I don't know if you know this, but most people don't like the taste of crap. Most of these changes center around the main heroine being what the writers believe to be strong and independent. What this actually means, however, is that any flaw, conflict, fear, or dependency the original character may have had just no longer exists. The character is now perfect, and everyone likes them. This also means that any interest in a man that the character had quickly gets swept under the rug, never to be heard from again. Don't believe me? Let's take a look at some recent examples. With Peter Pan and Wendy, the original classic film had Wendy enamored with Peter Pan. Tinker Bell was jealous of the attention Wendy got from Peter, so Tinker didn't like Wendy. The new movie makes it so Wendy doesn't give a damn about Peter, and neither does Tinker Bell. Tinker Bell actually likes Wendy more than she does Peter. Crazy. I guess they're both strong and independent women. With The Little Mermaid live action, the writers made a point that Ariel's motivations would be separate from the classic. Rather than making sacrifices for love, such as trading her voice for a chance to pursue Prince Eric, the writers made sure that Ariel is not exchanging her voice for love. Rather, the sea creatures and the humans are at odds, and to attempt to connect the two worlds and break down barriers, Ariel gives up her voice to become human and connect the sea creatures with the humans. The romance between Eric and Ariel is just a side quest that happens or takes place along the way. With the upcoming Snow White, we have heard it straight out of the mouth of the lead actress Rachel Zegler that this time around the focus will not feature Snow White being saved by true love's first kiss from a stalker, in her words.
There's a big focus on her love story. with a guy who literally stalks her. So we didn't do that this time.
So no prince or a different kind of prince?
It's really not about the love story at all, which is really, really wonderful. And whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess until 2024. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
Rather, it will be about Snow White becoming a just, strong, and independent leader. It's possible that the prince may not even be in the film, according to her. Who knows? I am interested to see how she saves herself from the spell of the apple. Does she kiss herself in her dreams, and because there's no one she loves more than herself, the spell is broken? Now, I want to add that if Disney wants to make a princess film about leadership without a romance, go right ahead. But stop cannibalizing classic films to push this agenda, because it will always fail. Your new reinterpretations of existing classics will never live up to the original unless they are entirely faithful to the original, which Disney has proved it is incapable of doing for some reason. How hard is it to copy and paste a script? My advice to Disney and its host of writers would be, write new stories with new characters. Stop stealing from greater minds of the past and give it a go yourselves. You might be surprised on what you can come up with. Maybe it will be bad, but at least you wouldn't be destroying pieces of history alongside yourselves.